So I just had an epiphany because I'm looking through subreddit, tweets, blogs, YouTube videos, indulging myself back into the drill culture, as truth tellers would say. And I had an epiphany. I like to understand things. I like to understand what make people click, what make them tick. I like to understand what make people do the things that they do. And for the past couple of years, you all, I could not for the life of me understand why Trenches News took the stand and told those white people that Murda was in that car that murdered FBG Duck. When I know, you know, and he know that he don't have the proof of that. However, you all, Swipe know a lot more than he putting on the internet. And I gotta drop this story because I remember one of my homies from out west was telling me about that brick story and that whole taking the whole gun story. So make sure y'all keep y'all notification bell on because I gotta drop that video. Swipe may not know if Murda was on that duck hit or not, but what Swipe do know is that Murda was on the hit of his friend, FBG Brick. You all, Swipe talks highly of Brick. You know what I'm saying? Like Swipe and Brick was locked in. And Murda was the driver that killed Brick. Now listen to this though. Because I still couldn't understand for the life of me, like, why would Swipe take the stand? Like, this was 2 years ago when I was like, this was a hobby. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't my job. This was my hobby as a blogger. Now I take it as a job. I just didn't understand why he would take the stand and tell on those people like, yes, he was in that car to murder Duck. But now after 2 years, I finally understand why. And this is just, and ironically enough, this is based off of the conversations I had with like Dale and EBT Greg, the people that bashed him. You get what I'm saying? I thought Duck was a killer. I thought Duck was sending hits. I thought Duck was a murder for hire type of nigga. Everybody that I've spoken to said that that's not true. Dale said that Duck wasn't on no type of killing shit. EBT Baby Greg said Duck was an entertainer. Duck was selling an image. Yeah, of course he had people around him, but at the end of the day, if you grow up in that type of environment, of course you're going to have all type of people that you know. Just because people around him might have been shooters and hitters, don't mean that he was one. And listen, you all, I know the rumor about, I know the rumor about Duck shooting up stores and him shooting up T-Roy. I heard the rumors, but at the end of the day, he never killed anybody. You know what I'm saying? People didn't take Duck seriously as a shooter. They didn't take Duck seriously as a killer. You get what I'm saying? So Duck didn't get killed on street shit. Duck got killed on some rap shit. And then after Duck got killed on some rap shit, his killers got on wax and start bragging about the murder. Why wouldn't Butter take the stand? Why wouldn't Swipe take the stand? Why wouldn't they point the finger when they know all 5 of these niggas are cold-blooded killers that's not even playing by the code of the streets? They using legitimate legal money to go back to the hood and terrorize poor people. That's whole shit. That's bitch shit. Flat out, what Herb doing is bitch shit. Herb don't live in the motherfucking ghetto. Herb lives somewhere in the mansion somewhere, but he using that money to terrorize his own people, poor people. That's bitch shit. That ain't no street shit. You get what I'm saying? So listen. Say what y'all want, bro. But you can't knock nobody for the decisions that they make when people ain't playing by street rules. So if somebody is big and bad enough to get on the internet after murdering your friend and saying, yeah, you know that we did it. I murdered him. Ha, 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 I did it. Why wouldn't Swipe take the $25,000 and get and move on with his life? Why wouldn't Butter take the stand and move on with his life? It ain't like these niggas was keeping a low profile. It ain't like these niggas didn't have an internet presence. It ain't like these niggas wasn't trying to be rap stars, being in music videos, doing all type of weird ass, lame ass shit. Like, it's time for us to really use our head. The O Block 6 was not street. All right? King Von, we listen. I don't wanna. I know y'all love King Von. There was nothing smart about what King Von was doing when he was alive. This is not to be glorified. It was nothing honorable about how Durk was living his life, bro. It wasn't. They preyed upon Duck. They picked on Duck because he was bigger, he was better, he was stronger, and he was more talented. And they wrong for what they did. And at the end of the day, you all, unless Durk knows some real good hoodoo, some real good voodoo, and he knows some real people in some high places, he's going to prison for the rest of his life. And if him, the O Block 6, and if any nigga can do something this horrific, then they deserve the consequences of their actions. You get what I'm saying? So I gotta be on the lookout, y'all. If y'all stay to the end of the video, make sure y'all click the video on the end screen at the bottom. I got some real interesting content that I just dropped this weekend, and I got some real interesting content to drop soon. I gotta break down that FBG Brick story about the gun, because that gun that he stole actually ties into why he got murdered, you all. Stay around for that video. I'm out.